Launch means to propel, to propel, and you can't do it without anything. You know, propel. If you look at someone who is going fishing, they kind of launch that, what is it? What do they call the rod? You know, the fishing rod into the sea. You know, so really, you're all at a stage. You should all be at a stage whereby you're ready to launch. Yeah, spring in, launch into purpose. Really, today is we're going to look at practical steps on how to launch into the deep. So basically, the first thing is to start with where you are. Start with what you have from your location. When I discovered that I was a writer, that I could write, and I remember going back to the story where the widow, what happened with me was that I discovered that, okay, I could write. I had something. I had basically a manual that I could kind of turn into a recruitment executive development manual. So I started with what I had from where I was, and I prepared that manual to help me launch. I tell people that if you've got something, you've got to launch with it. You understand? That's something you have, are your resources. That is, you need your resources to be able to launch. Wherever you're meant to be, you need your resources to help you launch. So you need your gifts, your skills, your talents. You know what that is. Your skills don't become obsolete once you discover purpose. Your skills help to enhance you in purpose. So you've got your gifts, you've got your skills, and you've got your talent. Okay, what is a gift? We know what that is. What are skills? The skills that you've learned over time in your workplace, in your careers, things that you've done, communicate. Some of you have got good communication skills. Some of you have got good writing skills. Some of you have got good creative skills. Yeah? And your talents. Your talents, if you're a singer, you know, raw natural talent. All of those things you need. So it's about doing an inventory of all of those things. Okay? Those around you who need what you have. There's some people now around you, if you really do a research around your community, in your area, yeah, you will discover that you can launch out with them. You can use them to launch out because they might need what you have. Yeah? It's important to identify your preparation time. I bet some of you, let me put it this way, I bet some of you have now, oh my gosh, yeah, I've now discovered what God's given me. I now discovered what He's told me to do. I now know my purpose. I now know what I'm meant to be doing. And then all of a sudden there's a quietness. There was a gentleman who came to me the other day. He's a rap artist. And he basically said to me that he'd read my books and everything else, but he said to me that he doesn't know how to start. And I said, well, do you have a demo of your music? Do you have a demo? Because he's a Christian rap artist. Well, do you have a demo? He said, no. I said, well, that's what you need to get. Because you can come to me and say, well, you know, I'm a creative dancer, I'm an actor, or I'm a rap artist. But if you haven't got anything to show me, do you understand, or show anyone else, then it's basically, it's not going to take you any further because your gift will make room for you. You can't be in one place, you can't be in several places at once, but resources can. Your resources can. I remember when, I'm going to say something, but I remember when, basically when I was, got married and coming back from Nigeria, and we were going to the embassy to go and speak to the embassy about the time we want to come back. And, you know, my husband said he was going to take, because, you know, he used to be an actor, and he had about over 100, he's done over 100 movies. But I've not even seen one of his CDs yet. He said, well, because these things work, because if you show something to someone, they can see that this is what you're doing. It's actually on black and white. It's actually on black and white. And I'm telling you, it just gave him favor. The fact that he took the sleeve to one of his movies, it did work for him. You know, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great people. It opens the door for you. Your gift are your resources. That's what you're giving birth to. You've actually identified your purpose, but you've now got to birth your resources. You've got to give birth to them.